Homage.
As this season draws to a close, I'm reminded of something that Jim Mora once said while he was coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Playoffs? Playoffs? We just played like that and you want to talk about the playoffs? We're going to talk about the playoffs a little bit here. My name's Clayton Willis, a.k.a. Rusty Shackelford, and I am your host for TFO Sunday Night TECMO. We got a game tonight between the Brouhaha Monkeys and Vought International. Now, normally I would tell you, hey, this is going to be a banger. This one will not be. This is going to be a slaughter. Vought International is going to tear these monkeys apart and use their guts for anaconda bait. We'll get to that game, but we also have divisional breakdown to go through, as well as all of the action from this week of TFO so far in the TFO Sunday Night Recap. But first, these messages.
In honor of the only undefeated team in TFO history, Vought International brings you Perfection. This exclusive fragrance extracted from the nut and labial sweat of the seven. Perfection. Permeates a scent that will let everyone know exactly how perfect you are. Perfection. Is bottled by the finest children slaves money can buy. Handpicked by their TFO owner, Bobby. The child slaves get a full 5 minutes of artificial sunshine a day to ensure their bones don't become brittle from their repetitive, highly tedious work. As perfection seeps into your cavernous pores, you'll feel confident, courageous, and empowered like never before. Asking out the cashier at the Lane Bryant store. Perfection. Nailing the presentation for your big promotion. Perfection. Never prematurely ejaculating again. Perfection. Like Homelander and Bobby, there are no limits to what this cologne will do. With perfection on your skin and the world's scrotum in your teeth, you too can achieve greatness. Find perfection exclusively at Vought's Epstein Island gift shop. Congratulations on all your success. You smell terrific.
Howdy folks, this is Jack Stratton. Have you ever jerked off into a half-full can of PBR, filled it up with Busch Light, then served it to your grandma? That depravity is exactly what your taste buds will experience when you try John Baylog's Shit Cakes. This season's new secret recipe has been brewed with you in mind. It will hit your mouth like a 5-gum commercial Coke raped a Skrillex mosh pit, and it will go down easier than a $3 junkie. So run to your nearest Cracker Barrel instantly and get the new batch of John Baylog's Shit Cakes.
The season of Leviathan is in its 11th week now, and you know, there's some divisions that are already set. You know, it's not official yet, but nobody's going to win them besides one team. There are other teams where any of the three teams could win it, or the other division. Sorry, but you know, it's so hard to keep track of all these divisions in your head. That's why I do you the favor and do this breakdown every week. That way, you know what's going on, and we can figure out stuff from there. So, without further ado, we'll start taking a look at some of these divisions, starting with the Mad Dog Snap. This is one where it's this one's still to be decided. Hertz Donut at 8-1, and Vought at 7-2, fighting it out. Greek legends, we don't need to discuss them. They won't be a factor in this. But between Hertz Donut and Vought International, who wins the division and who still gets to go to the playoffs? Probably, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see both of these teams in the playoffs when it comes around. So that's what you got there. Next, Mad Dog Crackle. That looks a little bit more decided, doesn't it? Yeah, NES Doodads seem to be running away with this one. Seattle Sound could make a run, but I don't even think at this point they could do anything. They would need the NES Doodads to lose all the rest of their games, basically, and then maybe they could do it. But there you go for that one. Mad Dog Pop, moving it along. We're going to go to another division here where it's kind of up in the air between the first two teams, Lord of the Rings, All Elite Wrestling, only separated by one game difference here, really. Reading Rambo's, again, just not going to be a factor. Not even going to come into the discussion. So, All Elite, it'll a bit of a backseat there. They're competing with Vought for the second, for get into a playoff spot there without winning the division. They're a little bit behind the ball there, but we'll keep an eye on this one going down the back stretch. All right. We're going to take a look. Where are we looking at? Oh, yeah. Mad Max now. Mad Max Snap. And very similar to the Mad Dog Crackle or a Mad Dog Pop division here, honestly. 7-2 and 6-3 on top. You got another team down there that's really not going to factor into it very much, but 6-3, 7-2 on top there could flip around. It could get worse. The Logs could stretch their lead out. Bunch of options that could happen there, but we'll have to wait for the rest of the season to see what comes of that. Mad Max Crackle has the Utah Bees on top. Legendary JDF at 4-5. Their chances for the playoffs are slim, but they could still win the division. So that would earn them their spot. Outside winning the division, I don't see them getting a playoff spot, though. So you're going to need to get your guys in gear, Nick. All right. Mad Max Pop. This one's decided. There's really not a point in arguing about who's going to win this or that. Wolfpack's run away with it. They're undefeated. They're on top. Sunday nights, Brouhaha Monkeys, you can just sit down. Don't worry about it. Have a beer. You're good. All right. So, that's your mad. Now in the bad, things tend to be a little clearer here. Mighty Ducks on top of the Bad Guy Snap division here at 6-3. Soccer World and the South Side Gargoyles just not really having an option here. 3-6, I think you're out. 3-6, you don't have a chance in hell. I mean, well, I say that, but the Mighty Ducks are only 6-3 on top. It's 3 games difference. We got 6 games to go. So this could turn around, in theory. Don't see it happening though. Honestly, I think the Mighty Ducks have this one handily. All right, or maybe wingedly. All right, moving it along. Bad Guy Crackle division has the formerly undefeated Wild Hogs on top at 8-1. Venture Industries 5-4, and we won't bother the drunks. We'll let them sleep it off. But Venture, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was the one to knock off. Who knocked off Wild Hogs? I don't remember, and I didn't take any notes because why would I? But yeah, Wild Hogs definitely going to win this division. Venture, I mean, in the bad 5-4 might make the playoffs. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at the rest of it here. So we'll move it along to the Bad Guy Pop division. I said we'll move it along to the bad guy pop. There we go. Okay, 6-3 on top for 2 teams here, and then 4-5 for the Lorcana cards. Scumbags and the Second Amendment's tied for first place here. Could go either way. I mean, obviously this one's anybody's here. Lorcana cards honestly do still have an outside shot of the division or a playoff spot, but they're going to need to get that luck potion in gear. All right, badass Snap division has the 80s toys on top at 8-1. TV dads, you know, I'd like to say something positive here. But I can't. 4-5. I can say something positive about the TV dads. At least they're not the Gobbo clan. Moving it along to the badass Crackle division. And we've got Lower Decks, along with the video game clearance, tied for first place here. Precious Studs, not far behind. This is one where any one of these 3 teams could still win this division. And then one or more of the other ones could still end up in the playoffs. Yeah, that's pretty much all you got to say about that. Lastly, we got the badass Pop division, where the Marvel Mutants are in comfortable control and don't have to worry about the Italian Stallions or Yacht Rock and Rap sneaking up on them and doing anything shisty. All right. Well, that wraps up our divisional breakdown. So we know where we're at going into the start of action for Week 11. Next, we'll take you through that action up to the last game. And then we'll have that game for you here on TFO Sunday Night TECMO.
Straight from the sun-drenched fields of the Baja, it's Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco. Grown with care and cultivated under the Baja sun, Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco boasts a sweet, smoky flavor that'll leave you craving more. Experience the rugged essence of true manliness with every chew. Feel the rush of superiority as you indulge in the rich tradition of chewing tobacco. Whether you're out on the ranch with your dogs or kicking back with friends, Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco is the clear choice for those moments of pure, unadulterated manliness. Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco. It'll make you a sexual Tyrannosaurus, just like me.
Hey, I'm the reigning TFO champion. If you want to screw over guys like Chris McLeese and Brian Cox, then I can help you. Even if you got a shitty team like the Raiders All-Stars. Professionally crafted, with a bunch of losers' insides. Let's face it, not all the money in the casino is there for you to win. You can't get the best hands there all the time, even if you're counting cards or bribing the pit boss. It's about winning. That's what you need to do. Luck potion number 7. It'll take you from a beginner to a winner. Crisp suit, fat wallet, and a huge luck stat. Games pretty much just win themselves for you. You don't even have to pay off the Raj. I used to play conservative and only do what the book said, but now I'm splitting tens. Yeah, just make you butthurt. Completely different TFO player. You can't even lose in the playoffs, not possible. Don't even bother messing with your ass. I'm a two-time TFO champion. Thanks to the luck potion number 7. I don't even know where these checks come from. Hey, hit the Powerball. Second time this year. Luck potion number 7. Get as lucky as Frank does for once.
Week 11's been going on for a while now, and nobody cared because all of you know, you just have to come here to TFO Sunday Night TECMO to get all your TFO action that you need. Right here in the TFO Sunday Night Recap. That's right. None of these other shows have any of the production value or quality of TFO Sunday Night TECMO. They don't give you stuff like this. And it's because they're greedy. They want you to pay for stuff. And that's not me. I mean, sure, I'd like you to buy some of the products we advertise. That's neither here nor there. But, having to take time out of your day on a Tuesday or a Wednesday to actually, pay attention to TFO, who needs that? Just show up on Sunday night and I got you covered here in the TFO Sunday Night Recap, which we're going to do right now. All right, hit the music. Alrighty, 80s toys taking on Venture Industries in this one. And Optimus Prime finds kit. Not sure what kind of kit. It could be a chemistry kit, maybe some erector set kit, something like that. Not sure. But he gets that touchdown in there, and that's all they need to win. Toys take down the Industries, 49-28. Next, OP Lorcana cards taking on that Gabo Clan. Gabo Clan not going to get a win today. Still going to stay unwinnable. Hiram Flaversham gets this one in from 15 yards out, and the Cards go on to win 49-17. Next, we have the Second Amendments taking on the Precious Studs. Barrett 50 cal takes this one in from 12 yards out for 6 points there, and that puts them up. What's the score here? Show it to me. Come on. 23-7 at the time. Amendments go on to win 30-21. Next, Chicago Drunkards taking on the Lower Deckers, and Dr. Miglimo punts this one off the left upright, but for 49 yards out, and the Lower Decks win 26-17. Wild Hogs taking on those Marvel Mutants, and Wolverine is just going to take it himself from 22 yards out. That one puts him up all the points they would need. It is 28-14 Mutants. Next, Demon Tap Gamers taking on those Greek Legends. The Greek Legends having a really bad season this year, and it continues in this game. Green Magic with a 32-yard touchdown run for 6 puts the Gamers over the top. Final score here, 27-14. Finally, the Wolf Pack going on against the NES Doodads. NES Doodads with the familiar connection, Game Genie to Power Glove, get 6 on this 24-yard pass, and they actually finally bring down the last undefeated team, the Wolf Pack, 21-35. However, it doesn't matter to the Wolf Pack because they still clinch the division because their division sucks so bad. That's right. We'll see the Wolfpack in the playoffs. Next, Sunday Nights taking on the Seattle Sound. Chris Cornell in the corner of the end zone there, catches that one from Eddie Vedder. Seattle Sound go on to win this one, 35-24. Next, License to Kill taking on those Munchin Mascots. And from 20 yards out on the wide receiver reverse, Madeline Swan gets a good block on that one, too. 6 points. 20-yard run. 007 goes on to win 42-13. Next, former champs Letterkenny Irish taking on the Lords of the Rings. And everybody talks about Katie Cat, but the hottest woman on Letterkenny was always Bonnie McMurray. She catches that one from Hot Boy Wayne. Irish win 35-10. Utah Bees taking on All Elite Wrestling, and Hangman couldn't do anything about this one as another wide receiver reverse works out for Wisdom B1. 14-yard jaunt for that one. Gets 6 on the board there. Bees win 35-20. Next, we've got the Reading Rambos taking on the Logs. And from 23 yards out, this is a familiar sight. Dexter Doyley running down the field into the end zone. This one was from 23 yards out. And it gave them all the points they needed. 37-14, Logs over the Rambos. We've got video game clearance taking on those millionaire scumbags. And one of the scummiest of all, Diddy, just takes it 80 yards, and he's going to rumble and bumble all the way into the end zone. 6 points from that guy gets him up at some point. I forget what the score is. 30-21. There it is. And there's your final, 31-28. They made it a close game, but scumbags over the clearance. Next, Southside Gargoyles taking on the TV Dads, and this blocked punt at the 2-yard line sets up an easy Tim the Toolman Taylor touchdown from 2 yards out. Finally, some good news from the TV Dads. All right, TV Dads win this one, 14-12. Next, Yacht Rock and Rap takes on Soccer World. Soccer World, and this is a familiar sight here for all you soccer fans. Kylian Mbappe, right down the middle of the field, 32 yards to pay dirt there. That puts him up at the time. However, Yacht Rock and Rap going to come back with this 3-yard run from Marshall Mathers, Eminem himself. It would tie the game up. No, it wouldn't. It would make it a 1-point game, 27-28. Then this blocked field goal would be recovered by Yacht Rock and Rap. And that sets up this run. Marshall Mathers, with less than a minute left to go, he takes this way down the field. A lot of time off the clock here. He gets to the 6-yard line and goes straight down to the ground. And that sets up this 20-yard field goal by Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne knocks it through the uprights, and that puts him up for a final score of 30-28. Rock and Rap take out Soccer World. Next, Legend JDF taking on Hertz Donut. And while they are down by 7, he finds the evil Green Ranger, does the Legend JDF. The Legend himself gets those 6 points on the board, and then the extra point would tie it up. So, Hertz Donut drives down the field. They would get held to this field goal of 45 yards by Tiramisu. But JDF wasn't done. He's got somebody else to look for. He's got Eric Reed in the end zone. 6 points there, and the extra point puts him up. It is over. Legend JDF takes out Hertz Donut, 28-24. And then lastly, we've got the Federal Showdown. Ducks taking on the Stallions. All tied up at late in the fourth quarter here. You've got this 44-yard pass to Adam Banks from Gordon Bombay to put the Ducks up. However, yeah, come on. All right, the Italian Stallions had an answer. It's Mason, the Line Dixon, catching a pass from Rocky Balboa. 36 yards later, he's in the end zone for 6. So that brings up an all-important extra point to tie the game. Ducks penetrate. Get the block. Oh, no. So Stallions would have to go for the extra point, but handsy Adam Banks shuts that down. Ducks win this one in a thriller, 31-30. And that means you need to go to the Federal. Go to the Federal and either drown your sorrows or celebrate with a burger or some wings or something else out there at the Federal. 110 West Federal Street, Youngstown, Ohio. Tell them Rusty Shackelford sent you, and they will not give a fuck. All right. Now that we're all caught up, it's time for that last game of the week. We'll get to it after this.
Do you want to travel in style? Enjoy hotels usually reserved for high rollers? dine at the most exquisite Brazilian steakhouses? Then try TECMO Blood Money.
Hi, I'm the Measuring Stick, Mike Petrosic. You may know me as a former TOL champion, as well as the current and only two-time TFO champion. To the victor, go the spoils, but also the expenses. Due to my numerous public appearance requests, I've incurred a lot of traveling expenses. To help offset those costs, I've discovered TECMO Blood Money.
Thanks to advancements in medical technology, along with the cooperation of the Chinese government, owners can now sell their bodies to help raise funds to travel to various TECMO events. Owners can donate their plasma at various locations up to 2 times a week for up to $150 a week. It's a quick and easy way to raise money to travel to Columbus for the annual TFO Championship and watch me dominate year in and year out.
So be like me, the Measuring Stick, and earn some TECMO Blood Money today.
All right, we're ready to head down to the field and get this action started. All right. Brouhaha Monkeys taking on Vought International. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am not responsible for the matchups here on Sunday Night TECMO. They're given to me. And, yeah, this one looks to be a stinker. But you know what? We got to get through it anyway. So let's go ahead and hit the field. Rock and Rye. Is that supposed to be a Fago Rock and Rye? Because it's not Rock and Rye. It's Rock in Rye. Douchebag. All right. Brouhaha Monkeys win the toss. You're going to take the ball first. Probably do nothing with it. We'll have to see. Let's go. Blind spot, kicking it off. The boys' series finale already out at this point. So, I believe there is a new series supposed to be coming, Vought Rising, detailing the how Vought came to be what it was in the boys. So we'll have to check that out. Brouhaha Monkeys already only gaining 1 yard on that. We've got Kent Fiasco handing it off, tossing it to the Babadook. Babadook, he might have a first down there. He does. All right. Already doing better than I expected. Kent Fiasco looking down. Ooh, returning Rock and Rye. I don't even know what the hell that's supposed to be now. Rock and Rye just couldn't catch that one. A little bit overthrown by Kent Fiasco. As is the... Oh, no, that one was right on target to James. All right. The ladies love Cool James, and the ladies love Babadook. Babadook gets the handoff and gets the first down on that carry. Babadook again, getting another first down. Consecutive first downs on consecutive carries. Faked the handoff that time, looking into the end zone. Right outside the end zone, the Babadook almost got a third consecutive first down, but inches short on that one. Losing a yard on the blitz by Vought. Try the same play, and ladies love Cool James. Actually, it's probably not who it is. Who is it? It's Dr. James. Ladies love Dr. James. LLDJ. Oh, all right. Bumped it in off the upright. 7-0. Brouhaha Monkeys. Shockwave back to return. And he almost gets to midfield. It's a hell of a return. All right. Homelander going to take it himself here. Only gets 3 on that carry before he's taken down here. But, hey, the guy lost his powers in the finale. What are you going to do? Oh! Oh, wow. Somebody saved his ass right there. Not sure who recovered that fumble, but he's going to hand it off to A-Train here, who comes close. does not get the first down. So on fourth, they're going to have to go for the long field goal here. This looks to be a 57-yarder. They think they're going to make that? Holy crap, they did. 57 yards for blind spot. All right. Puts Vought on the board, but still trailing the Brouhaha Monkeys now, 7-3. Dr. James gets it out to the 35, 36. Fiasco under center drops back. Heads up. Oh. Just out of reach for somebody on that one. Under center again. He's going to fake the handoff and then throw it to Dr. James on the flat. He gets close to the first down. 3rd and 3 to go. Into the first quarter. And now Brouhaha to punt it away. This looks returnable. All right. I forget the night that it is on the boys. Metal Night? I don't know. But I know who that is. That's the Deep. And the Deep catches it deep, and he's going to run even deeper. What a pass. And what a catch by the Homelander and the Deep. Taking the lead away from the Brouhaha Monkeys, I suspect, for the last time. But it's not quite as extended as it needs. 7-9 now, so a field goal would get the Monkeys the lead back. But they've got to do something on offense to be able to get that field goal too. So we're going to see if they have that capability here. Dr. James on the fake wide receiver reverse gets 7 yards. And he's just going to hand it to the Babadook this time, who gets that first down out to the 40. All right. Under center now. Fiasco going to hand it off to Dr. James, who gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Fake the handoff again, then throw it right to the Babadook, who had caught it right in stride. What a great play there. Inside the 20, and they're in the red zone now. Looking to take that lead back from Vought International. Kent Fiasco is going to take it himself. He gets the first down inside the 10, so it's 1st and goal at the 7. Things looking okay for the Monkeys right now. People say they monkey around, but that's evident because their record is very bad. Kent Fiasco hands it off to the Babadook, who gets taken down in the backfield. 3rd and 7 now. They're hoping to get into the end zone, but they're close enough to make that field goal fairly easy. Oh, but they don't need it. The touchdown by Dr. James. Dr. James has been integral in this game so far. Another blocked extra point on the other side now. Keeps this game within reach for Vought International. Shockwave on the return again here. Gets it just past the 35. We'll see what Homelander's got up his sleeve now. Oh, he's got a bunch of monkeys up his sleeve because they blitzed him and got right into the backfield. So he goes under center. He's going to run this one himself, and all those monkeys got stopped at the line of scrimmage. I don't know what they were all. I think that was a blitz that got perfectly picked up. Wow. That play right there shows you the true dominance of Vought International here. Along with this play, which is basically the same play they ran to get the last touchdown, except Deep had to dive to catch that one, so he didn't quite get the time to run it into the end zone. Speaking of time, running out in the first half, so they're going to go ahead and opt for the 3 points here, just to close the gap. because they know they get the ball in the second half, which is about to start after this play. So only down by 1 going into the second half. Vought will get this ball and start on offense. You know, this is a lot closer game than I anticipated it being. I thought this was going to be a blowout, but they've actually made a game of it here, these Monkeys, and I got to hand it to them. Vought International with the return by Shockwave out to the 30. Takes over. Down by 1. Homelander looking downfield again to the deep. Oh! He just keeps throwing him a little bit further. I think the deep's just getting slower. I think that's what's happening. What the? He tried to. Oh wow! What a travesty for Vought International. I don't know what happened there. He went to hand off the ball. I think there was some confusion in the backfield about what the play actually was. QB sacked by Love Sausage there, but that the play previous is still baffling me. I don't know where Homelander was supposed to be throwing it to. There wasn't a Vought guy within 5 yards of the monkey that he threw it to. I don't know what was going on there. But the Brouhaha Monkeys now on a roll, up by 1 and driving to extend the lead right now. Blitz by Vought. And then now we've got about a 6-7 yard carry there, leaving it up to 3rd and 5 for this play where, Vought blitzes again and Love Sausage gets in the backfield and just smacks him around with his giant prehensile dick. So, holding him to a field goal attempt, not blocked, and it bounces off the upright. So they extend the lead by 3 points, and now it's still a 4-point game. So still really, really close. Shockwave going to take this one again. Just past the 30 for this return. Fake the handoff to A-Train. Oh, that's the second fumble of the day by the Homelander, and this one cost him. This one cost him big. Ray Sunshine picks up the fumble from Homelander and just carries it right into the end zone, untouched by anybody else. Yeah, you can block it if you want. He doesn't even care. 23-12 now. Brouhaha Monkeys on the edge of upsetting Vought International. Under 2 minutes in the third quarter. And Vought really needs to get their shit together if they want to come back and win this game. Fakes the handoff to A-Train again. He's looking down. He's trying to get deep again. Oh, all right. He got him on target again that time. Okay. So they must have had a talk on the sideline, figured out what the problem was. Deep touchdown from the Homelander. Closes the gap a little bit here, but I tell you, that fumble return for touchdown really put him behind the ball here. All right, Dr. James returning the kickoff here, gets it out to the 20-yard line, so this is where Kent Fiasco will take over and see what he can do to manage the rest of this game and try and pull out this victory over the Vought International. Looking downfield, he's got a first down to somebody's shoe. Just looking to get out of the third quarter here. Good blitz on that one, forced him to throw it away. And handoff gets just taken out right behind the line of scrimmage there. Oh, fake wide receiver reverse. And Dr. James gets the first down. He gets it out past midfield. That was incredible. That looked to be a broken play, and Dr. James just said, no, this is successful. Dr. James again with the fake reverse. Seems to be working. Fake reverse is working for the Brouhaha monkeys today. Fiasco taken out by Soldier Boy. He looks to feature heavily in the Vought Rising series to start. I'm not sure when that starts, but look for it on Amazon. Oh! What you won't find on Amazon is Marshmallow. Well, you probably might find some Marshmallow. But Kent Fiasco finds him in the end zone, and that's 6 points more, and that's going to make it a lot tougher for Vought to pull this one out. I mean, we're in the fourth quarter now. They've got to get it together and really score some points in a hurry here. Shockwave on the return. He's going to get it past the 30, out to the 36-yard line. All right, Homelander just going to hand it off to A-Train here, see if he can get some momentum. A-Train gets about 6 yards on that one. 3:34 left in this game. Homelander fakes that handoff, and he finds Lamplighter in the middle of the field. Lamplighter, we haven't called his name for a while. He gets it inside the 20-yard line. Goes down. 3:01 left in this game now. And A-Train on the left side of the line looks to go in. He gets it inside the 10-yard line. Homelander looks to take it himself now. And he gets it in. 6 points more for the Homelander. We're going to see if the extra point goes in. It's not super important at this point, but they still get it. All right, so it's a 4-point game. I expect an onside kick here. No! Wow! Putting trust in their defense is Vought International. Not sure how smart that is. Well, looks like it's pretty smart. At least for that play. Good 6-yard loss on a blitz. So with the fake handoff, Kent Fiasco looks downfield. Oh, Dr. James in double coverage with the great circus catch. New set of downs for the Monkeys. Oh, and then here's Gumshoe. That's got to be Gumshoe, right? That's got to be his name. Another first down. 1:28 left in this game, and the Monkeys are in charge. The Monkeys are literally just having their way with Vought International right now. Another first down inside the 10. First and goal at the 7 for the Brouhaha Monkeys. 1:01 left in this game. And that's the nail in the coffin, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Babadook puts it out of reach for Vought International. 36-26. This extra point, honestly, take it or leave it. They'll take it. 37-26. 11-point game with less than a minute left, and the clock ticks on the kickoff. So he went down quick. That was smart. That was very smart of Shockwave. Homelander looking to... Oh! He got caught looking downfield, and it's Fitz. Got in there and got him for an 11-yard loss. Under 30 seconds now. And there's really not much Vought can do at this point besides count the money. Last play of the game here. A-Train's just going to take it on the left side. And that's your final, ladies and gentlemen. I told you this wasn't going to be a game, but it was. 37-26. The Brouhaha Monkeys take out the staunch Vought International. Wow. Homelander really the one that lost it for them. That fumble and the interception, just too much to go through. Wow. All right. Well, you know what I'm going to tell you. Go fuck yourself. But from the rest of us here at TFO, we'll see you next TECMO.